It is really hard to understand how so many people in this country have no empathy. Unfortunately, it's just the reality that we have to accept. There is a German word called Schadenfreude. It means that people love the suffering of others. They get pleasure from it. People with lower self-esteem, like MAGA and people in red states, have a higher form of Schadenfreude. They get this way because every single generation, they are high in crime, high in poverty, low in wages, low in healthcare, low in quality of life. But instead of taking responsibility for their own life and putting people in power that make their lives better, they don't. They blame everybody else for their life except for them. And then they demonize them. The libtards, the radical left, they're murdering the babies, the demon rats, the transgenders, the gays, the blacks, etc., etc. And you get somebody like Donald in the White House, who's a sociopath, who is devoid of basic human decency or morality. He doesn't love his wife, his kids, his grandkids, his parents, himself. He doesn't. He doesn't know how. Look at it like a drug addict. When you do drugs, it's filling a need for something. And for people in the MAGA movement, tearing people down is what gets them off. And it's not enough just to do it once in a while. When you're a drug addict, you have to do more drugs and more drugs and more drugs to continue to perpetuate that need. Or an alcoholic, you have to drink more and drink more. It has to be meaner, nastier, uglier. January 6th, they cheered. He's a rapist. They cheered. He's a felon. They cheered. I hate the Democrats. They cheered. Paul Pelosi almost died. They cheered. They get off on this stuff. And I understand it is hard to hear. It's the truth. They don't care about anybody but themselves. Every 4 years, are you better off? As a person of faith, that is the most selfish question you could ask somebody. The right question, are we better off? But they don't care about that. They don't care if your life is better or my life is better, as long as they get to keep a gun. Who cares? As long as I have more capitalism, who cares? The same people that wave their Bibles and their gold crosses, praise Jesus, praise Jesus, praise Jesus, only care about themselves and money. Is it not easier for the camel to get through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to get in heaven? And yet, that's what they vote for every single election cycle. We have to stop acting like there's going to be some moral line that they're going to cross, that they're going to turn from him. They're never going to turn from him because they love it. They love what he does. He is a reflection of them and their white grievance. He could eat a baby on national TV. And you know what they would say? But Biden, but her emails. There's no bottom until it affects them in a negative way. It has to affect them before they'll care. And the reality is, they might turn from him, but they're just going to vote Republican again. It's like peeing in the pool. They like it. When you grow up in a red state, again, you blame everybody for your life, and then you vote for Republicans again. And they give tax breaks to rich people, and then they give donations back to the Republicans, and they do nothing to make their life better, except blame the libs, blame the non-white people, blame the immigrants, blame the libtards, blame George Soros. Blame everybody. It's not your fault that you're 8 generations in and you're all poor. Oh no, it's somebody else. And that victim mentality got us to the point where they thought that a billionaire who takes a crap in a gold toilet, who has resorts around the world, the guy who cheats on his wife, has his own private plane, somehow gave a crap about them. A billionaire crapping in a gold toilet cares about the person making minimum wage in Alabama because he hates the same people they do. We have to stop kidding ourselves. They will never, ever, ever lead him. And they were never going to vote for a black woman. Let's be real. They would rather burn Rome to the ground before they ever voted for a black woman. That's a bridge too far. Have a good day.